Hi, this is Pastor John. It's Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. This is the next in our series, American Dystopia. Sounds like I've been saying this for a month or two, and I have. It's been a long time now. Well, one of the things that happened this last week is we met outside. I wanted to share with you that we're going to do that for 2 more weeks. We're going to meet outside and do exactly what we did, except it's not a rerun. It's actually the next phase of worship in the book of Isaiah, and as we gather together for fellowship and worship. Well, I wanted to tell you, these are extremely difficult decisions to make. And that's because we want to do what we think is best, not just pragmatically, but what is best scripturally. I want to share with you a passage from Isaiah 42. Behold my servant whom I uphold, my chosen in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the nations. He will not cry aloud or lift up his voice or make it heard in the street. A bruised reed he will not break, and a faintly burning wick he will not quench. He will faithfully bring forth justice. He will not grow faint or be discouraged till he has established justice in the earth, and the coastlands wait for his law. This is exactly why these decisions are so difficult. I'm not the chosen servant. None of the elders here at our church are the chosen servants. Sometimes because we're harsh and difficult, sometimes we could break the bruised reed or quench the burning wick, faintly burning wick. And yet Jesus doesn't. This is why it's so important when we're making these decisions. We're thinking not just of what we can do or what we should do, but we're thinking about what is best for our church family. Right now we think the best thing is we got back together for worship. It doesn't matter whether we worship inside, outside, in this kind of chair, that kind of chair, with this sound equipment or that sound equipment. The important thing is we're worshiping together. And that's what we're asked to do. In fact, when those words were written, so often they didn't have a fancy building with lots of floor space in order to meet. They met outside, they met in people's homes. So I'm just glad we're worshiping back together. As time goes by, we'll make other decisions of what we think is best and coming back into the facility, of taking the necessary precautions that we think are best. But all of this should point us to the fact that when we look at these things, we understand these times are not just about disease now. These times are about the implications all of the response to this disease has had on people, psychologically, spiritually, all those things. And so we want to make decisions on the one hand that are valid and true and are firm. On the other hand, we don't want to break the bruised reed. We don't want to quench the faintly burning wick, because Jesus doesn't want that. As God's servant, He is able to save, and He won't grow faint or discouraged. I'm going to, other people are going to. We're going to have difficulty from time to time, but in the end, Jesus will establish His kingdom forever and ever, and the decisions we make are to uphold and point people to the kingdom.